Deadpool Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Begin by painting your thumb and ring nails white and your index, middle, and pinky nails red. So on your ring and thumb with red paint, we're going to be painting the shape of Deadpool's head and neck. So I'm going to start with his head, and the very top of his head has sort of a flat shape, and he's got a relatively square jaw, so don't make it too oval and smooth looking. And then add his neck. So now after that has dried, I'm going to add a second layer of red paint. Red typically is not as opaque as some other colors, so adding a second coat is always a little helpful. And then while that second coat is still dry, I'm going to be blending in some black on one side to add a shade, or a shadow, add a shadow, and then I'm going to be shading his nose a little, with a little bit more black just to make that a really strong line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of white and I'm going to start and highlight the side of his nose and then just blend a little bit of the rest of the white that was on my brush on the other side of his head. So then add a second coat of white over his neck and add a shadow. And then add a black stripe across the center of his neck and then highlight that with just a pinch of white. So now using straight black paint, I'm going to be painting the patches of black that are around where his eyes are. So I'm going to start on one side and then do it the same way on the other side. And then while that black paint is still wet, I'm going to be blending in some white for some highlights. And then with full strength white, I'm going to be painting the eyes themselves. And then with just a little bit of black, I'm going to outline them so that there's a nice crisp line around each eye. And then add some of the detail lines coming out of the top and bottom of those eye patches. So now my index nail, I'm going to be writing the word dead with black paint, starting with the E and then the A, and I'm going to paint it at a very slight upward angle, so the second D is going to be a little bit higher up than the first D. And then I'm going to continue that angle on my middle nail when I write pool, and I'm going to have the two O's in the center be ovals, so they kind of go with the same with his mask. And then write a P on one side and then the L on the other side, and let those dry completely. And then with white paint, add a little bit more, another of the eye holes, I suppose, or patches. And then, of course, add a layer of top coat. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this design. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I would really love to see them. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!